Hey there everybody, it's Jimmy today for Star Wars on High, and today I decided to do a quick recap of all of the news that we got from the High Republic Anniversary Special. There's a really great article posted on StarWars.com about this, and I'll be leaving it in the comments below if you'd like to check that out for yourself. But going right into it, we've learned that the Fallen Star is closing off Phase 1 of the High Republic, which was named Light of the Jedi, and we will be going into Phase 2 titled Quest of the Jedi beginning in October of this year. The biggest thing about this, though, is that Phase 2 is taking a classic Star Wars twist by setting Phase 2 150 years before the events of Charles Soule's Light of the Jedi. Now, I've seen a lot of people confused by this choice, seeing as we just took the time to learn and get used to all of these new characters, and now we're heading back in time. What's that all about? Well, I personally feel that this is following the true Star Wars style by starting a story and then going back to fill in some backstory, before returning to where we first stopped. Cavan Scott had a pretty great tweet about this earlier yesterday afternoon after the anniversary show had already aired, and I just thought it summed it up perfectly. I have a feeling that by doing so, this will allow us to learn more about the galaxy in a now more earlier time, and will reveal some information that will help when Phase 3 arrives, which I assume will continue the story after the Fallen Star. None of that's confirmed, it is just my speculation. One of the bigger announcements that has me the most excited is that we're getting 4 new authors sharing their skills with the original Project Luminous writers. Starting in Phase 2, we can expect to see stories from authors Zoraida Cordova, George Mann, Tessa Gratton, and Lydia Kang. All of them are not new to Star Wars. Zoraida Cordova wrote the wonderful YA novel A Crash of Fate, alongside other Star Wars short stories. George Mann has written Myths and Fables and Dark Legends, and also worked with Cavan Scott on the book Life Day Treasury, as well as having worked on 2 High Republic picture books, Showdown at the Fair and The Battle for Starlight. Lydia Kang wrote a short story for From a Certain Point of View, The Empire Strikes Back, and Tessa Gratton has also written a short story, but for the upcoming book Stories of Jedi and Sith. So all of these authors have a bit of a Star Wars background, and I think it's just truly wonderful to see them coming into such a big project. The remaining announcements are very scarce in detail, and it will probably be a while before we get anything on them, but this is what we can expect in the future starting in October. Cavan Scott confirmed that he will be leading the Marvel Comics run for Phase 2, with the first issue coming out in October. Charles Soule is writing what I think will be a fantastic comic focusing on the backstory of the great Porter Engle, which will reveal how he was given the nickname Blade of Bardata. We also got some very interesting artwork of Porter that looks very ominous for a Jedi, but it's definitely exciting, and I want to see what this story brings. Daniel Jose Older is sticking with the comic run and will be moving over to Dark Horse Comics to write an all-ages original graphic novel for the High Republic adventures. Justina Ireland will be teaming up with the new author Tessa Gratton to bring out the first Phase 2 young adult novel. Claudia Gray stuck to what she knows best and decided not to really tell us anything. She did this earlier during another episode of the High Republic show where she had mentioned that she is writing something and that's all she could say. During the anniversary stream, she said more or less the same thing, explaining that she cannot reveal her role in the project just yet. But she did say, and I quote, "Phase 2 is an era of exploration and invention. 1, I think it's fascinating, and 2, I'm not going anywhere." Which is exactly what I wanted to hear, because Claudia Gray is a fantastic author. Everything she has written for Star Wars so far has just been perfect, and I'm so excited to see what she does next. But she also gave us some small, non-spoiler details about the Fallen Star by saying that not everyone survives, and that everyone is a target. Definitely an anxious time to be a High Republic fan. Other than that, I do think it's worth noting that while it wasn't mentioned directly in detail, the upcoming game Star Wars Eclipse was seen in passing. I understand there are still some issues surrounding the game, but I think it's important to note that we can still expect to see the story of the High Republic expand past print media and working its way into other forms of storytelling, which is exactly what the High Republic needs. But that's everything wrapped up for the High Republic Anniversary stream. Let us know what you thought about the show and the announcements in the comments below. Before you go, of course, be sure to leave a like on the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications. And remember, the Force will be with you. Always.